Welcome to another episode of Worldly Intrigues. In today's episode, we delve deep into the shadowy world of private military contractors and explore the enigmatic figure behind one of the most controversial organizations in the industry, Yevgeny Prigozhin, the leader of the Wagner Group. Join us as we peel back the layers of secrecy and shed light on the operations and impact of this elusive group. Introduction. The Wagner Group, named after the renowned German composer Richard Wagner, is a Kremlin-linked private military contractor, PMC, headquartered in Russia. Under the leadership of Yevgeny Prigozhin, this organization has gained notoriety for its involvement in various conflicts across the globe. But who is Yevgeny Prigozhin, and what are the motives driving the Wagner Group? Its services vary based on the needs of host client, which include regimes and rebel groups, with its funding through direct payment to resource concessions. Founder's background. Viktorovich Prigozhin was born on June 1, 1961, in Leningrad, now known as St. Petersburg, Russia. Prior to his association with the Wagner Group, Prigozhin achieved success as a prominent businessman in the catering industry. His enterprises included a network of restaurants, catering services, and even a fast food chain. The Wagner Group's formation. The Wagner Group emerged around 2014 during Russia's annexation of Crimea and has since operated in Syria and at least a dozen African countries, coinciding with the conflict in Ukraine. Initially operating as a private security company, it eventually evolved into a paramilitary force with alleged ties to the Russian government military and intelligence. The exact nature of these connections remains veiled in secrecy. Wagner is a complex network of businesses and mercenary groups. It's estimated to have some 6,000 members across African continent, combination of Russian-trained soldiers, convicts, and foreigners. The Wagner Group's operations. The Wagner Group garnered international attention for its involvement in several conflicts, most notably in Ukraine and Syria. It has been widely reported that the group deployed mercenaries to fight alongside pro-Russian separatists in Ukraine, as well as providing support to the Assad regime in Syria, and recently has worked to expand its footprint in Africa. The group has operated in several African Libya, Mali, Sudan, Central African Republic countries since 2017, all of which have a tenuous relationship with the West due to colonial legacies and inherent political differences. Often providing its clients with direct military support and related security services alongside propaganda efforts. However, the Russian government denies any official affiliation with the organization. Meanwhile, the group has continued to expand its foothold in the Sahel. Recently leaked U.S. intelligence has revealed that Wagner is working with Chadian rebels to oust the country's transitional president, and some analysts predict that Burkina Faso could soon hire Wagner to help counter a growing jihadi insurgency after France withdrew its troops from the country earlier this year. Controversies and allegations. The Wagner Group, led by Prigozhin, has faced numerous controversies and allegations. The group has been accused of human rights abuses, including the recruitment and deployment of child soldiers, as well as involvement in extrajudicial killings. Various countries, including the United States government, designated Wagner as a criminal organization in January 2023, have imposed sanctions on Prigozhin and the Wagner Group, citing their destabilizing activities. Combat operations. Wagner troops have supported African governments in combat operations against rebel groups, and vice versa. Approximately 1,000 Wagner troops entered CAR in 2018 to defend the government of President Faustin Archange Touadéra against rebel attacks on the capital, Bangui. In return, Wagner subsidiaries received unrestricted logging rights and control of the lucrative Ndasama gold mine. Similarly, Wagner Group forces deployed to Mozambique in 2019 to help fight the self-proclaimed Islamic State in the northern Cabo Delgado province. However, the group failed to contain the insurgency and withdrew from the area after a few months. Security and training support. Wagner acts as a security service for vulnerable regimes. The group served as a part of a personal protection detail for Touadéra and helped train CAR's army to prepare for possible coup attempts. Wagner has operated in Sudan since 2017, training Sudanese troops, guarding mineral resources, and suppressing dissent against the government of President Omar al-Bashir, all in exchange for gold exports to Russia. In many cases, Wagner's support is supplemented by official Russian military assistance, such as in Mali, where the armed forces received combat and surveillance aircraft from Moscow. The Troll Factory in Election Meddling. Yevgeny Prigozhin's notoriety extends beyond his association with the Wagner Group. He has also been linked to Russia's Internet Research Agency, IRA, an online troll farm, and the Association for Free Research and International Cooperation, AFRIC, both of which are under U.S. sanctions and have worked alongside Wagner. The IRA previously outsourced work to individuals in Ghana and Nigeria that sought to inflame political divisions in the United States ahead of the 2016 presidential election, while AFRIC has sponsored phony election monitoring in several African nations, including Mozambique and Zimbabwe. Prigozhin has also been accused of co-opting Pan-Africanist movements to promulgate anti-French and anti-Western messages. International response. The Wagner Group's activities have raised concerns within the international community. Numerous countries and organizations have called for greater transparency and accountability regarding the group's operations. Efforts are underway to investigate and address the allegations against the Wagner Group and Yevgeny Prigozhin, aiming to ensure global security and stability. Conclusion. The Wagner Group and its enigmatic leader, Yevgeny Prigozhin, continue to captivate attention and provoke controversy. As the world grapples with the complexities surrounding private military contractors and their impact, the Wagner Group remains an elusive entity with significant implications for global security. Until next time, keep exploring the intriguing stories that shape our world.